off by saying thank each of you for taking the time from your busy schedules to join this call meeting this evening so we can elect officers. And to ensure that the transition and the voting process, we have asked Ms. Malone, Ms. Deidre Malone with the Carter Malone Group to oversee the voting process for us. So again, board members, to all of you, thank you so much for taking the time to join us in this election. At this time, so that we can move quickly and smoothly, I am going to turn this over to Ms. Deidre Malone of the Carter Malone Group. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Ms. Wilson, have you already conducted the roll call? You have an idea of everybody that's present? Would you like to go ahead and move forward with the roll call, and then we'll go into the election process?
Okay, thank you. I am ready. Mr. David L. Acey, Nicholas Begorda, if you will just answer the roll for me, please. And I'll start over. I'm going to call your name, and if you will just either wave or...
I'm here.
Okay. So, David Acey, Vincent Joyner, Asa Diggs Meadow, James Kirkwood.
Here.
Mr.
Hello.
Yes.
This is David Acey checking in.
Thank you. Michael Longston Upnaya.
Hello, everyone. I'm present.
Great. Sean Lynch. Hazel Moore. Stevie Moore. Albert Morris. Sandy Sineka.
I'm here.
Great. Janita Swearingen. Willie Ward.
I'm here.
Thank you.
David Acey here.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Virginia.
You're welcome, and we do have a quorum to conduct business.
Perfect. Again, good afternoon, everybody. As Ms. Virginia said, I'm Deidre Malone, and I'm going to kind of help you with your election process. At this point, I know that Christopher sent out the duties of each officer, but we'll review those real quickly, and then we'll get into the election process. So the duties of the chairperson. After the election, the chairperson of the board, by the board, and an alternate chairperson will be appointed, actually will be elected by the board members that are present here today. As a part of this, the chairperson, if the chairperson is ever absent, of course, the vice chair or alternate chairperson will then presume the authority in the chair and conduct the meeting. The chairperson may administer oaths to all of those giving testimony. The chairperson can request with the majority of the board that votes the attendance of witnesses and the production of evidence in order to further an investigation of a complainant before the board. And then all persons wishing to be heard in any manner before the board must first be recognized by the chairperson. With the approval of the board, the chairperson may place an investigation or pending or active of pending inactive status and may hold matters in abeyance. And with a majority vote of the board, the chairperson may declare a recess of board proceedings at any time. And then just so, in effect, serves as the official spokesperson for this body. The vice chair primarily will just step in when the chair is not in attendance or removes himself or herself from the chair in order for them to have the floor. The duties of the secretary shall be elected or appointed by the board, and you will elect a secretary today, and shall attend all board meetings, shall maintain records for this board, and shall record, maintain, and distribute minutes of each board meeting. And I think that the staff will assist the secretary in those duties, but those are the official duties as outlined by the board responsibilities. So at this time, we are going to see if you have any questions about any of the officers or the offices that are open for election today. CLERB board members, do you have any questions? Okay. At this time, the floor is open for nominations for the chairperson position for CLERB. Are there any nominations?
This is Nick.
Yes, this is David Acey. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay, I'd like to nominate Reverend Kirkwood for the chair.
Okay. Reverend Kirkwood has been nominated for chair. I think I heard another board member.
Yes,
Well, I was about to nominate Mr. Acey, but since he's nominated somebody else, I will withdraw my nomination.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, but yeah, I respectfully decline. I have too many other obligations. Thank you.
Any other nominations?
Mr. Kirkwood, is it okay if I nominate myself? Okay. All right, I nominate myself.
Okay, Mr. Sandy. Okay. All right. There are two nominations on the floor. Any additional nominations for chairperson for this body? Can I get a motion to close nominations?
I move they close.
Is there a second?
Thank you.
All right. All in favor of closing nominations, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. The ayes have it. This is a roll call vote, if I'm not mistaken, Ms. Wilson.
yes,
Correct?
correct. You
All
are
right.
correct. Yes, and so I will call the roll. And as I call the roll, if you will, just let us know which person you are voting for, and we will record the votes.
Ms. Wilson, before you start that process, let me ask the board members, would you like for the nominees to say a few words? I didn't even ask.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Kirkwood, you were nominated first. You have the floor.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you all for attending today. I think, Dr. Acey, thank you for your nomination. I think that the CLERB board, this whole CLERB process is very, very important for our city. For years, we have been in and out, and now we have an opportunity to really make it solid. And I think we are the group who are to lay a strong foundation, whereas we can continue to build on the CLERB as it goes forth year after year. As a former police officer, I know that it's real important for us to have in our city, for us to have transparency and accountability for each other. And I think we are that in-between group that can bring about a lot of accountability on both sides, the citizens as well as police. And I think, we need to go at this here with a honest heart. not being for either side, but being on the side of right. You know, what is just, what is fair. I think that's what we have to do if we're going to make this thing successful. And so, as a chairman, you will find that I'm all about justice. I'm all about fairness, what is right. And at the end of the day, I feel as though I'm able to sleep well because I always question, did I do the right thing? Did I make the right decision? Did I treat people fair, irrespective of who they are? It doesn't matter.
Thank you, Mr. Kirkwood. This is Sandy.
Did you ask me?
Yes, you have the floor.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. It is an honor to have served on the board for this time, and I have experienced the ups and downs over the several years, almost decade now, that we have gone through being on CLERB. There are a few people, Dr. AC being one of those that has been here the longest, and I appreciate him and everybody else, and also the new members who have joined us. This is not a fight. This is something that we need to work hand in hand with the citizens and the police department. And I am so honored that Colonel Kirkwood, who is also a very good friend of mine for several, well, almost 2 decades, it has been an honor working with him. And immaterial of the results of this election, I really look forward to working with each and every single one of you, and see to it that how we can bridge the gap that has been there between our police department and the citizens. There are a whole lot of shortcomings on both the sides. Messages have not been relayed properly, and if they have been relayed, they have not been received properly. So the idea is to have a golden bridge between these so that we can, if not fill up the distance, at least reduce the distance between the Memphis Police Department and our citizens. And citizens are the ones whom we are representing. So immaterial of who is on which side, our work has to be towards bridging the gap and bringing it closer and closer to a one fine day that there is no problems and issues, and we have friendship between the police department and the citizens, and there is no question of being mishandled by anybody. So with that, I know that my buddy Kirkwood is also a very good candidate. I love him no matter what. And I definitely seek your vote so that we can work together to make things a positive success. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ms. Wilson, would you go ahead and call the roll for the vote?
Yes. David A.C., the two nominees again are James Kirkwood and Sandy Panetta. David A.C., your vote, please.
Mr. Kirkwood, Reverend Kirkwood. Reverend Kirkwood.
Nicholas Bergoga,
Reverend Kirkwood.
June Joyner,
Reverend Kirkwood.
Asia Griggs Meadow,
Sandy.
James Kirkwood, And unfortunately, Mr. Michael Lonesome Etanaya, because you have not been fully confirmed, you will not be able to vote in this process. And the same is for Mr. Sean Lynch. Ms. Hazel Moore. Mrs. Hazel Moore.
Ms. Hazel, we can't hear you.
Okay, we'll give an opportunity to unmute herself. She's muted, and so we'll give an opportunity, and I'll come back to her.
Okay.
Stevie Moore.
James Kirkwood.
Albert Morris. Cindy Pineka.
Pednicker.
Jamita Swearingen. And Willie Ward has not been completely confirmed, so he can't vote either. So that's the entire roll, with the exception of Mrs. Hazel Moore.
Ms. Hazel? She's still on mute. I think someone's coming to try and help her real quick. Ms. Hazel?
I think someone is still assisting her, so we'll give her another moment.
I think I'm on. Hello?
Okay, Ms. Hazel, your vote, please.
Reverend Kirkwood.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I think, Ms. Virginia, I think if it's tallied up, is it 6 for Reverend Kirkwood? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 for Mr. Pendlecar. So based on the election, Reverend Kirkwood, you're the new chairperson of CLERB. Congratulations.
Yay. Congratulations.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Mr. Chairman, would you like me to continue the election, or would you take the floor?
No, you can continue.
Okay. All right. The floor is now open for the alternative chair or the vice chair of CLERB. The floor is open. Are there any nominations?
Okay, I can go.
I'm David A. I'll nominate myself to work with Reverend. I'll nominate myself.
Okay. Mr. AC?
Yes.
All right. You've nominated yourself.
Yes.
Is there another nomination?
I'll take my nomination back, but I think before we go to the other chair, should the chair do an acceptance speech?
At the end of the elections, absolutely. He'll have the floor. I'm going to turn it all the way over to him.
Okay.
All right.
I move the nominations closed.
Okay, nominations are closed. Is there a second?
A second.
Okay, it's been properly seconded. All in favor of closing nominations, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Looks like I'm not sure if we need to take a vote on it since there's only one nomination. Mr. AC, congratulations. I think you're the vice chairperson for CLERB.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate the confidence of the other members, and I look forward to lending any experience that I have to work with it, like Reverend Kirkwood said, to really hit the ground running, start off new, and really make a difference for the citizens of Memphis, the police, as well as the citizens. So thank you all for the vote of confidence.
Thank you, Mr. Acey. The floor is now open for the office of Secretary of CLERB. Are there any nominations?
I nominate Mr. Pendecar.
Mr. Pendecar has been nominated for Secretary of CLERB. Are there any additional nominations? No additional nominations? Can someone close the nominations for me?
I move that we close on said name.
Nomination's been closed. Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
I second.
All in favor? Mr. Pendecar being the Secretary of CLERB, say aye.
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 Congratulations, officers. Chairperson Kirkwood, I'm turning the meeting over to you for comments and to close us out.
Okay. Again, thank you all so much. And I'm excited about CLERB. I've been asked all during my police career, they would ask me, Kirkwood, do you agree with a CLERB board? And I would say, absolutely. I'm in total agreement with it. We need it. I've always been one who was for the betterment of our city. And while I've been a police officer, I've always have been a community person, walking hand in hand with the community on making a difference. And I think Stevie Moore and Hazel Moore, Sandeep can tell you that I am so pro-citizen, so pro right and wrong, against wrong, so pro for right, that even on the police department I was known, don't mess up, Kirkwood don't play. If you're wrong, you're wrong. And I just believe that. I was raised like that, church boy, and I always grew up with clear understanding. Do what is right and things will be well. Do what is wrong and you will have to pay the price. And so I just think CLERB is so vital for our city right now when it comes to community police relations. How do we move forward in a positive? We get an opportunity to get that. And I'm excited to be part of it. Working community, I think we all will see opportunities to make a difference, bridge that gap, and take out
Reverend Kirkwood, excuse me for 1 second. Can you close anybody that's not speaking? Please turn your mic off because we can hear your conversation. I apologize, Reverend Kirkwood. You still have the floor, Chairman.
Okay, but so we got an opportunity to make a difference, and I think we're gonna really enjoy it. And although sometimes you may think the difference that the CLERB board will make it small, I am telling you, it's bigger than that. All right, when you become a place where people can have a voice, where they can be heard, where they are heard, and it is in a place where all these ears are listening, and deciding either for or against. When people know they have been heard and the matter is handled properly, people walk away better. All right, and so it will be a learning process for us as we go forward. But I'm excited. I'm happy to be with you all. I'm gonna get to know a lot of you all. Some of you I absolutely need to meet and know. Miss June Joyner over there at the college. I really have to know her a little bit more. So hopefully this gives me some favor when I come asking for something outside the word. But I appreciate all of you all. Let's make a difference. And let's listen. You will always know this about me. I'm always going to say, let's pray about the task at hand. Let's ask God about, Lord, how do we do this? How do we make this work? And I promise you, in the wee hours of the night, he will come and he will speak to you and he will give you direction and clarity so that we can come together and forge ourselves as an awesome team that is unified around doing the work that has been set before us. I'm done. Anybody have anything, comments?
Yes, sir. I think you're supposed to take us out to dinner tonight. Yeah, now that you won, we're all going to dinner. You take us out to dinner tonight, I think.
My wife won't let me go to dinner.
Okay.
Maybe after COVID.
Maybe
you have to wait till
after COVID. I'll think after COVID. I'll think about the COVID.
Chairman Kirkwood, can I just have one statement?
Yes.
Okay. You know, I've been knowing you a long time, and I'm just became a member of CLERB. But when I become a member of stuff, I don't come a member of stuff for the CLERB. I come a member for the people and what's right in our community and what's wrong. And I've been watching you for years as I started my fight to stop the killing. You've been on the ground. You've been a person that you can come to, talk to, even when you was a police officer. I don't know if you remember the many times that you came to my rallies and stuff. I look at you as a person, and you have always been available. You never turned me off. You're always there for me. And I know Sandeep, you know, he's been there all the time. So I'm just so delighted to be a part of CLERB because I didn't know what CLERB was until my cousin, Ralph White, died, and that's when I got involved. But I'm so proud to be involved in this. Not fighting somewhere else, but now that you're here, I know it means so much. But and my good friend, DJ Malone, I fought beside her and worked with her for years. She's just such a good gathering of people that I turned 70 years old this year. So, Deidre, you know, I love you, you know, and I'm just so proud to be a part of this organization. So I'm proud that you have got this position, and I look forward to you. You always ask anything I can do, call me. And you know I'm going to be right there, and I just wanted to make that comment.
Appreciate it, baby. Amen. Anyone else?
Well, this is Hazel Moore. I'd like to congratulate you, Pastor Kirkwood. I've had the opportunity to work with you down through the years and watch you when you maybe didn't know I was watching you. But everything that you've done is out of the heart, and the Lord has directed you in the right direction. And I know we're carried on in the right direction.
Amen. Thank you, Miss Moore. Miss Moore got my whole precinct once, you all, doing traffic control. She came up there and said, I need you all for this parade to do traffic control. And I was like, Hazel Moore, are you crazy? I said that to myself. I didn't say that out loud. But I was like, okay. And we did it. We did.
That's right.
We made it happen.
And never turn
Reverend Kirkwood, I like to echo the sentiments of the Moores and also the others that I've worked with you. Like Hazel said, I know you know me. I've worked with Rollins and see you everywhere at all the meetings at the churches, talking mentoring when we mentored for the children and the kids, trying to keep them out of trouble for a long time. So look forward to working with you. And as Brother Moore said, anything that you need, we'll be there for you.
Sandeep, you was going to say something?
Yeah, congratulations. And as the new secretary, know that I am noting down every single thing that you say.
And Brother Pradeep, we worked very well together at the University of Memphis on talk shows and everywhere else. So we have a great group.
Yeah, we do. We sure do.
And Mr. Chairman.
Yes. I'm happy to be a part of this. And with the new members, I'm looking forward to the two members joining and being approved by the City Council soon.
Mr. Chairman, I think Ken Moody would like to say a few words.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I'm just wanted to echo a lot what everybody said. Congratulations, Colonel Kirkwood. It's definitely a great time to have the board that we have, but more important, it's definitely a great time to have the leadership and the vision and understanding both sides. Again, I've had a chance, and I have a whole lot of respect for you, Colonel. We've not always agreed, but we've always been very respectful of each other and appreciated each other's stance. And I don't think there could be a better choice to lead this board at this particular time and to get the results that the mayor wants done with this board than you. Again, you bring a perspective from police, but you've always been fair and brought that perspective from the community as well, too. And so this is just a great time for CLERB, great time for your leadership. And I've already texted the mayor that you've been elected the new chairman. He's texted back and sends his congratulations. But again, we're excited. I look forward to working with you again. As you guys have known, I've always tried to just stay out of the way. My role is to make sure that I give the clear vision of what this board is expected of and then provide the resources that the staff and you all need. And so, I mean, to all of you that have given up your time to serve on this board, thank you so much for what you do. And Colonel Kirkwood, you and I can talk because as the leader, the chairman of the board of CLERB, you'll be a representative on the selection committee for the new police director. So I'll reach out to you and kind of give you that information going forward so you'll know exactly when all that would take place. But congratulations. Look forward to working with you. I'm only here if you guys need me. If you don't need me, my feelings ain't hurt. I don't care if you don't call me. I'm good.
All right. I have a question to I want to know how many vacant seats do we have on the board now?
We only have one. We only have one vacancy left. If you look around this board, it's normally when we say we need diversity, we need more African Americans. But if you look around this board, I think we are very well represented from an African American perspective. I think the one, again, we're open to whomever, but I think diversity is important. And we only have, I think, maybe 3 females or so. If anyone's got a suggestion or recommendation for that last board member, if you'll send those to me or get that to me, and then we will vet them, talk about it, and see about appointing that person. But to answer your question, we only have one left.
All right. Could we be intentional about reaching out? And I don't know if any of the ones that are not here are Hispanic. Could we be intentional about reaching out to the Hispanic community to find someone to serve on the board?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, if you all want to talk amongst yourself or recommend someone for that role, and if that's again, that goes back to that diversity. So absolutely, if you can give me those resumes of those individuals that you may want to recommend, we will absolutely consider those and come up with the best possible person.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Sandeep.
No, I just wanted to invite the baby who has joined our meeting. With
yeah. That is a beautiful baby, ain't it? Crazy.
Adorable.
I'm
So
telling you.
yeah.
What you want, baby? That you can have whatever you want. But let's listen. If you know of someone within the Hispanic community that would be good for our board, you need to reach out to them and see would they be open to serving, and if so, put their name forward. I'm a firm believer of being intentional about bringing about diversity. It's not easy to do, but it can be done intentionally individually to make it happen. So let's be looking out for someone. We should. The hand went up.
Yeah, Mr. Moody, just that I wanted to talk to him also and ask if Maurice could be part of that.
You broke up on me, Sandy. I didn't hear the whole question.
Mauricio, do you think he would be a good candidate?
I think so.
Again, that's a conversation. Again, I will ask you all to talk amongst yourself and kind of make that recommendation. I'm open, and again, I like for you all again to talk amongst yourself and then come up with the person you think may be best fit. I think it's important, though, that whomever it is, that you have a real good conversation with them about the direction of the board, what we're looking for, so there's a clear understanding of what that need is. But I will accept whatever recommendation that comes from the board.
Okay, all right. I think you reach out to him first before we discuss, so we can get his consent. I think I might have his number. Anybody else has his number? Mr. Moody, you probably do.
I can get it. I don't have it. He's not in my phase 5. I'm sure I'm not in his either, but I can get it.
Okay. All right.
You can always call them from Memphis, and they can reach out to him.
Yeah, they'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's there every day.
Yeah, and Colonel Kirkwood, Reverend Kirkwood, I would again ask that whomever that person is, you really have, because you've got a good understanding and vision of what's needed on the board, and that you have a real good conversation with that person to make sure they're clear and committed, and then you guys can make that recommendation.
Right. With that, Deidre, is there anything else on the agenda?
Mr. Chairman, the only thing left is to announce your next board meeting, which is Thursday, January 14th, and at 4 o'clock, and then you can adjourn your meeting. And Ms. Virginia, did we miss anything?
No, I think we've covered everything. We have our next official board meeting where we will have a case. That's January 14th.
14th? Yes, ma'am.
So the board members, you will be getting notices regarding our next upcoming board meeting on the 14th. And Mr. Chair will make certain that you have all of the particulars that you need to prepare for that meeting. Other than that, we've covered everything unless it's something else that Mr. Moody, Mrs. Malone, or the chair needs to cover. I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Ms. Virginia, thank you for all the hard work you do. You are absolutely special. And I've been blessed to bump into you along the way from time to time. Every time I've bumped into you, it has always been a blessing. And so I just thank you for being such an awesome woman in our city. You're someone to know. Thank you so much. With that, Sandik, you got something else?
Yes, I heard something between the lines.
Sandik, you the secretary. You're supposed to be right.
I am writing. I'm taking all the notes.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
So I heard between the lines, one, or rather two, and the first one was what Mr. Bregorgus said, is that the next official meeting is on the 14th of January, but the unofficial meeting has to be somewhere in between, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
So please remember that.
Expect this.
Okay. All right. With that, hey, I'll move that this meeting be brought to a close so that you can go on with your day and enjoy it. All right. You all.
All right. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, we won't think of it.